time to bring you up to speed with sport update. A lot happening in the world of sport, and we do not have to go too far as we have the Under-20 African Cup of Nations as our focus. Nigeria have their final Group B game today, and they have to go up against Kenya. You're welcome to In the Game. I am Onyechi Obaru. Now, talking football to begin the day. Nigeria need just 1 point against Kenya to advance to the Under-20 African Cup of Nations. That's the round of 16. A decisive Group B encounter will be at that 30 June stadium in Cairo, and they have to go against Kenya. It's a do-or-die scenario for both teams with vastly big difference at stake. Nigeria needs a point to secure progression, while Kenya will be aiming to bow out with pride after 2 tough defeats in the Group B encounter. As we break down the tactical nuances, key player performances and historical context, we are exploring how Nigeria can maintain their defensive solidarity and improve the attacking output, while also analyzing whether Kenya, their scoring spark, can they finally get their scoring mojo in this encounter against Nigeria. We have a lot to catch up with ahead of this game, and joining me at this point quickly to break down this conversation is Tosin Adesina. Of course, he's a journalist with Brila Media. Thank you so much, Tosin, for joining me on the show today. All right, Tosin, I believe you have...
Sorry, thank you.
Great. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can. You're welcome to In the Game. We're so happy to have you join us today on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a pleasure joining you. Yeah, very interesting game to look forward to today.
Interesting indeed. Nigeria has got one simple thing to deliver. Just be able to deliver the tickets to the round of 16 of this encounter. And also, Kenya will want to bow out with pride with the fact that they've suffered 2 defeats. But Tosin, Nigeria is yet to concede a goal. But they have scored just 1 goal in this encounter. Is their conservative approach sustainable going into this knockout? If they defeat Kenya, would they be able to sustain that momentum of having clean sheets and scoring less of the goals in this Under-20 AFCON?
Possibly, you would say. I think you look at the way the team has played so far in this competition. It's not been an entertaining competition in its entirety. So you've got the teams trying to play very conservative. Teams are trying to not lose instead of trying to go for the win. And I think that's a serious problem in itself. Because when teams are not trying to lose the game, they tend to put the handbrakes on. I mean, after watching virtually every game in this tournament, I think the best game that I saw was yesterday between Ghana and Senegal. So 2 days ago was Ghana and Senegal.
What about Sierra Leone?
The game between Senegal and Sierra Leone was good as well.
Yeah,
because those were the games where the teams, the teams did not want to lose. They wanted to go out and win the game.
Yeah.
But I think with us, we're trying very hard to not lose the game, especially the game against Morocco. We were very conservative. The players were playing with the handbrakes on, and then people had questions. I had questions. Why the most potent striker in the team, Marobo Arieh, he did not start that game against Morocco. He came on a bit late in the game and didn't seem to have an impact. Bidemi Amole went off injured in the second group game as well. And he did not particularly put his best foot forward as well. So there's questions about the guys. Divine only said there's the individual quality in the team. Yeah. There's some guys who've got very good individual quality. Divine only said Paraboy, he good players as well. Awal Ibrahim, the guy who scored Nigeria's only goal so far as well. So there's guys with individual quality in the team, but we've just not been able to cohesively make something out of it in the final third. There's Clinton Jefta who plays for Nyimba as well. So I mean, you can look at the quality of guys we're talking about, guys who've played at Via Radio Cups, guys who've now gone to Europe, like Arieh, who's gone to Lillestrøm in Norway and was the start of the Under-20 Waffle B tournament as well. Amole was at the Via Radio Cup last year with Sporting Lagos as well. Ulisse has also played some of these youth international tournaments as well. So these are guys who've played these youth international tournaments who you should say that they shouldn't be faced by the occasion. So they know what it feels like to play, you know, in where the stakes are very high. But the big question is, why have we not been able to make it something cohesive. The coach said it in the last game after the game, Coach Aliyu Zubairu, in his post-match conference, and he said the guys were very, very conservative and that they were not able to relay the tactical instructions that they were given.
Yes, Tosin, I did pick that from the coach. I beg your pardon. I did pick that from the coach. But the truth about it is something is not clicking in the attack of the under-20 boys. They have been defensively strong. We could see how they've been able to, close up a bit, pack the boss a bit, especially against Morocco. But Nigeria has the lowest shot conversion rate in their group. A group that has got Morocco, that has got Kenya, they have the lowest shot conversion rate. What is not clicking, Tosin, in that attack?
Well, yeah, I don't want to be that guy, but if I will be that guy, then
Please
I will have to
guy.
say this. It's a problem it's a problem Nigerian football has had over time, where we've not been able to create a lot of chances. Look at the last Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. It was the same way. We were winning 1-0, winning 2-0. We just don't seem to be able to find that cohesion, that creativity in the final third of the field. Players are not taught to be problem solvers. Players are taking the easy way out. Players are copping out of situations. So you find scenarios whereby they can't play accurate crosses in the box. Okay. We are very lucky that we're producing strikers who can create their own opportunities. Strikers who can make something out of nothing. But then when those guys are not on song, or when they're not, in form, it means we're in a lot of trouble. So we've got to be able to create this tournament. You look at in the final third.
Okay, let's
we've
look
not
at it
given
this
the
way.
strikers enough.
All right, let's look at it this way. Do you think Coach Zubairu, should he stick to that same lineup or the same approach, or could we see some tactical adjustments to unlock the goals for the Flying Eagles?
100%. I think that's something that he has to look into.
Okay.
Maybe switch to a 4-4-2. Maybe put one more striker in so that we could see if we could create more chances. But I don't think he will want to do that. The most important thing, he said it, every time I've interviewed him, and he's spoken to the press as well, that the most important thing is the World Cup ticket. I think he believes in this strategy. At the Waffle B tournament, it was the same thing. We had to, in the last game where we had to score to win, we actually attacked and we scored and we won that game. So that means it's possible. It's something that can be done. So tactically, I think he needs to make adjustments as well. Maybe tweak it to a 4-4-2. Maybe change it to a 4-3-3 where he gives someone like Divine Olise a bit more freedom to operate in between the lines. Outside of Jefta and Amole, I'm not sure we have a lot of quality coming off the bench. So he's maybe got to put more responsibility on those guys, and maybe Benjamin or Parabo will come to the party today. Parabo sat on the bench in the last game. Don't know why, but hopefully he starts today. Kenya, they've scored first in the first two games, but they've gone on to lose both games. My fear is if they score us first, are we going to be able to respond? So my hope is that we score first and we're able to just kick on from there.
All right, I understand that Kenya, they're very good at drawing the first blood, and I'm hoping that Nigeria can respond with more goals. We've been having a poor scoring form there. So the coach knows what he sees in the training. Now, talking about that training, Super Eagles coach Eric Shell, he visited the team at their training camp and was able to give one or two, information and then help up with the training regimen there. I know that the Super Eagles coach is preparing ahead of that Unity Cup appearance for Nigeria. But Tosin, do you think he can leverage on talents that he sees worthy in the Flying Eagles, to be inculcated into the Super Eagles? What do you think? The future?
I mean, it's nice. I'm one of those who believe that the striker, for instance, Marobo, should be in the national team. I'm pretty sure Daniel Bameyi will get a look in once again. Remember, Jose Peiziro had Daniel Bameyi in his squad last year, just before the Africa Cup of Nations. Was that last year or 2 years ago? I can't remember now. It was 2 years ago, 2 years ago, before the Africa Cup of Nations. Jose Peiziro had him, Bameya and Chijuke and Agboso from the last under-20 team, in his squad before the Africa Cup of Nations. So I'm pretty sure he would have seen some guys that he likes, especially given that the Unity Cup is coming as well. He probably want to try one or two things out. Maybe give Bameya a second shot with the national team once again. I mean, who knows? There's a probability, but I like Akot, the goalkeeper, as well. I think he's someone we should see, especially now that we know that we've got a goalkeeping problem at senior level. Outside of Nwabali and Okoye, it looks like there's a trust issue there. So you got to bring in Akot. Let's see. He's a young lad. Let's see what he can do. Maybe Divine Olise as well. Maybe Awal Ibrahim as well. I mean, these are some of the guys who have done well. Okoro has also done with a left back. We have a problem there. Maybe you bring him, let him feel what it feels like to be among the Super Eagles players. But I'm very excited that Eric Shelley's hands-on the ground. He's done everything that we require of him. So maybe Nigerians should please take it easy on my guy. He's going to give us the World Cup ticket. Let's all calm down, eh? He's hands-on. He's doing everything.
No one's going to take it easy on him. I'm telling you the truth, because everyone has got their eye, the United States, Mexico, and Canada. So we do not want to miss it. It's not going to be a back-to-back thing, Tosin. So nobody's going to take it easy on your guy.
We are going to go to the World Cup. Don't worry. Yeah, we're going to go to the World Cup.
We'll go
to South Africa. We'll beat them. We'll win the remaining games. Then we'll qualify for the World Cup.
I love your sarcasm. I love your sarcasm. Come on. Good one. You got this one. Well, thank you so much, Tosin. I'm a bit patriotic and hoping that Nigeria can be able to clinch that World Cup ticket. But we must look into the future, hoping to, rest the old hands and then infuse something new, something fresh from the Flying Eagles. We can see wonderful players from the Flying Eagles. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on In the Game.
Thank you very much. And I sincerely hope that the Flying Eagles make us proud. Go to the Under-20 World Cup in Chile later in the year and maybe give us memories like in 2005 when Samson Siasia's boys got all the way to the final and lost to Argentina.
Yes, I'm hoping to. I've got hope and I have a dream, just like Martin Luther King. Thank you so much, Tosin. Have a lovely day.
And you too.